Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Now, if you're watching this, it's highly likely you've spent the last couple of years kind of just bouncing between different finance apps, trying to find a permanent home for your money. Well, today, the guessing stops entirely. Think of this as your definitive tutorial to help you find a premium, permanent budgeting home for 2026.
Because honestly, let's validate exactly why this whole process has been so unbelievably frustrating for you. When Intuit shut down Mint, over 20 million users didn't just lose a piece of software. You lost a financial diary. We're talking years of categorized transaction history, custom budgets you built through sheer trial and error, a net worth graph telling the literal story of your financial life, all of it just gone. And there was no magic export button that actually solved the problem. So if you felt a bit lost since then, you absolutely aren't alone, and it is definitely not your fault.
So, here is our game plan for this tutorial. We're going to cover the context, the framework, the contenders, the decision matrix, and we'll wrap it up with a concrete 7-day action plan.
All right, let's kick things off with part 1, the context. Why did Mint actually die?
To choose the right app moving forward, we really have to understand the systemic failure of free tools, right? Mint launched way back in 2006 and was acquired by Intuit in 2009. For 17 years, it was basically the default answer to, hey, what's the best free budgeting app? But in late 2023, Intuit announced the shutdown, and by March 2024, the servers went completely dark. Now, it's really tempting to think Intuit just got bored, but the real story is about a structural trap that every single free finance app eventually falls into. See, Intuit had acquired Credit Karma, which had an estimated 130 million users. That is more than 30 times Mint's active user count. So corporate priorities simply shifted to the bigger number.
But the deeper issue here, and this brilliantly illustrates why the free model is broken, is the data aggregator fee. Connecting to your bank isn't free. Every time an account links up, it runs through a data aggregator, and the app pays a continuous monthly infrastructure cost per user. Think of it like a toll bridge. A free app has to pay real bills with zero revenue coming from you. So how do they close that gap? Well, you become the product. Their incentive suddenly shifts to getting you to click on flashy credit card ads, not to quietly helping you spend less money.
Which brings us nicely to part 2, the framework for evaluating apps.
We really need to stop randomly downloading stuff based on shiny App Store screenshots. Let's treat this like our digital whiteboard. There are 6 absolutely crucial questions you must ask yourself before connecting your bank to anything. 1. Does your household use the same platform, like iOS or Android? 2. What is your actual budgeting style? 3. What's the app's business model? 4. Does it reliably sync with your specific bank? 5. How does the pricing scale? And 6. What is the real goal you are trying to solve right now? A mismatch on literally any of these is exactly why people abandon these apps in the first 30 days.
For example, let's zoom in on budgeting style. There is a very honest trade-off here between zero-based budgeting, which is where you're actively assigning every single dollar a job before you spend it, versus passive tracking, where the app simply shows you where your money went after the fact. Neither of these is objectively better, but they solve very different problems for very different kinds of people. Choosing the wrong methodology for your personality is basically a guaranteed recipe for failure. Okay, let's jump into part 3, the contenders, the top 5 apps for 2026. As we go through these, we aren't just looking at features, we're looking at who built them and why. First up is Monarch Money, which is essentially the all-rounder for households. What's super fascinating here is that Monarch was co-founded by Val Agostino. And get this, he was actually Mint's very first product manager. He watched Mint's ad-driven model fail from the inside, so he built Monarch as a direct, deliberate response. It's subscription only, absolutely no ads, and no selling your data. Plus, it's perfect for couples because one single subscription covers the entire household, seamlessly syncing whether you're on an iPhone and your partner is on an Android.
Next up is YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. I like to call this one the behavior change machine. YNAB absolutely does not want you to just passively track your spending. No way. It demands active engagement built on 4 strict rules designed to literally stop you from living paycheck to paycheck. It is delightfully ruthless. If you have debt or if you actively want to change your financial habits, YNAB forces that zero-based discipline we talked about. It boasts incredibly high retention rates precisely because it fundamentally rewires how you view your money.
Then we have Copilot Money. Now this is the design first choice. It's got these amazing native widgets and just incredible AI categorization. Honestly, it's widely considered the most beautifully designed app on the market today. But, and so the crucial point is right here, it is strictly for solo Apple users. If your partner uses an Android, Copilot simply cannot give them access.
The whole ecosystem is closed. It also utilizes a lighter category limit budgeting style rather than offering deep, dedicated debt payoff tools.
Coming in fourth is Empower, which you might remember as Personal Capital. This is your free wealth dashboard. It offers incredibly strong retirement planning, portfolio analysis, and net worth tracking, basically the stuff other apps charge a premium for. So, what's the honest trade-off? Well, it's genuinely free to use, but once your linked balances cross about $100,000, expect a highly motivated Empower advisor to give you a call trying to sell their wealth management services. You can politely decline, of course, but hey, that's how they keep the lights on.
And finally, we have Quicken Simplify. Think of this as the budget-friendly pick. It's consistently highly awarded, and its absolute standout feature is projected cash flows. This actually forecasts your account balances up to a full year into the future. It's fantastic for budget-conscious planners who want full-featured forecasting and investment tracking without paying premium subscription prices. That is, assuming you don't need the hardcore, dedicated debt payoff tools that an app like UNIB offers.
Moving right along to part 4, the decision matrix. Let's find your actual fit.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we can synthesize all that nuance into one place. I actually want you to pause this tutorial right now and look closely at this ultimate cheat sheet. Map the app directly to your own lifestyle. Need behavior change? Go with YNAB. Got a shared household spanning iOS and Android? Monarch is your best bet. Solo Apple user? Copilot. Want free investment tracking? Empower. Just need a solid budget forecaster? Simplify. It's all right here.
Because I really want to reframe the ultimate goal for you here. You are not looking for the objectively best app. Honestly, there isn't one. The best budgeting app is simply the one you still open in month 6. You are looking for the software that perfectly fits your personal methodology. You want the one that doesn't feel like a total chore to look at every morning.
Let's move to the final section and see how this builds into part 5, the action plan.
All right, this is your literal homework to finally stop app hopping for good. First up, the migration playbook. Please, I am begging you, do not waste hours trying to recover your dead Mint data. Actually, scratch that. It almost never justifies the time or the headache. Just let your new app pull your recent transactions and accumulate your history forward from today. Also, expect a 3-week categorization cleanup period as the AI learns your specific spending habits. Be sure to manually verify your recurring bills by checking your last 2 bank statements. And most importantly, give the new app 30 full days to feel natural before you judge it.
So here is your exact step-by-step tutorial for this week. Step 1. Based on our matrix, pick your top 2 candidates. Step 2. Start simultaneous free trials for both apps on the exact same day. Step 3. Connect your real bank accounts to both of them and just test them daily for 5 minutes. That's it, just 5 minutes. Step 4. By day 7, you will inherently know which one felt easier and more natural to open. Commit to the annual plan on the winner because that saves you money long-term, and cancel the loser immediately.
Which leaves us with this final, vital gut check. Put a reminder in your phone calendar for 60 days from today, and when it pops up, ask yourself this one provocative question. Are you opening the app because you actually want to, or just because you feel guilty that you paid for it? If it's the former, congratulations, you've successfully replaced Mint. Take control, execute this 7-day plan, and finally find your new financial home. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.